ADHD isn't one thing. It's a full system of fast signals, stalled signals, and cross signals. Before you watch the patterns, understand the truth. This duck isn't broken. Different wiring, different workflow. What follows is the whole map. Different ducks flap at different speeds. Watch how this one moves through the world. ADHD. Duck sit down to do task. Duck say, okay, easy task. Duck open laptop. Tab already open. Amazing start. Duck say, but first, worm snack. Duck walk to kitchen. Duck enter kitchen. Duck forget why in kitchen. Duck stand still looking around. Brain say, question mark, maybe spoon? Duck go back to nest. See open laptop.
No.
Remember worm snack. Walk to kitchen again. Forget again. Duck see smudge on counter. Clean entire kitchen. Organize spoons. Rearrange worm drawer by lathe. Label it urgent. Duck sit down again. Duck open phone. Scroll pond app for 42 minutes. Duck see other ducks doing tasks. Duck say, I'm lazy. Duck say, I'm broken. Duck say, what is wrong with me? But actually, duck not lazy. Duck brain just runs side quests. Main quest hard to start. Duck not broken, just wired. Duck learning to say, I did what I could. I'll try again soon. I'm still a good duck. Duck writes one sentence. Duck say yes. Not every trait is trouble. Some are hidden engines. See what this duck does with them. ADHD superpowers. Duck mind fast, too fast for pond speed limits. Duck forgets where pea snack went, but invents 3 new recipes for it. Other ducks say focus. Duck already is. Just on 10 things at once. Brain never off. Always scanning, connecting, creating. When problem hits the pond, duck doesn't panic. Duck improvises. Duck flaps sideways, backwards, upside down if needed. When other ducks get bored, duck gets ideas. When others stop, duck still flapping. Duck brain not broken, just built for discovery, not repetition. ADHD isn't just distraction. It's directionless energy looking for purpose. Find the right interests, and that chaos becomes current. ADHD is a superpower if used correctly. Sometimes easy, sometimes hard, sometimes both. Always a good duck. When the world narrows, this duck locks on. Watch the tunnel form. ADHD hyperfocus. Duck finds one twig, says, huh, neat. Duck sits down to look closer. Brain goes zoom. Duck forgets pond, forgets worms, forgets sleep. Duck builds 40-page twig encyclopedia with charts, with diagrams, with references no duck asked for. Sun rises, duck still flapping. Eyes bloodshot. Nest, messy. No pea snacks eaten. Other ducks say, wow, you're so productive. Duck says, I forgot to drink water for 12 hours. That's hyperfocus, not superpower, not laziness. Just brain locking on one twig and forgetting rest of pond. Wise Frog says, hyperfocus can be magic, but don't burn feathers. Set timers, drink water, stretch wings. Duck nods, hydrates, still staring at twig. Still a good duck. Sometimes interest becomes gravity. This is what it looks like when a duck can't look away. Hyperfixation. Duck finds new thing, knitting. Duck says just one video, then one more, then 8 hours pass. Duck forgets lunch, forgets pond meetup. Nest is full of yarn. Duck says, this is who I am now. Buys needles, makes spreadsheet, plans Etsy shop. Other ducks say, you're so productive. Duck says, I haven't peed in 9 hours. Duck brain says, only this. So duck flaps and flaps until suddenly, nothing. Duck looks at yarn. Brain goes quiet. Interest, just gone. Other ducks say, I thought you loved that. Duck says, I did. I really did. Wise Frog says, that's hyperfixation. It hits fast, it burns bright, then disappears. Not fake, not lazy, just how some duck brains flap. Duck nods, takes a breath, picks up a book, starts again. Still curious, still intense. Still a good duck.
Yippee!
Avoidance isn't laziness. It's pressure without direction. Procrastination. Duck has one task. Build nest. Easy task. Duck say, I'll start after one scroll. One scroll becomes 10. Duck deep in goose drama thread. 2 hours gone. Duck finally stand up. Pick up one twig. Brain say, wait, first clean feathers. Duck polish every feather, even the ones under wings. Duck sit back down. Brain say, actually hungry. Duck eat pea snack. Then another. Then suddenly reorganize entire pebble pile by color, size, and so on. Sun going down. Nest still just one twig. Duck panic. Flap around. Do everything except nest. Writes list called How to Build Nest. Doesn't build nest. Duck say, I work best under pressure. So waits until the night before storm. Builds full nest and manic feather rage. Eyes twitching. Pea snack crumbs everywhere. Nest done. Duck exhausted. Duck swear never again. Tomorrow does it again. Wise frog says, procrastination isn't lazy. It's fear wearing a disguise. Start with one twig, not the whole nest. Duck sigh. Place one twig. Feels lighter. Still late, still distracted, still a good duck. Showing fine has a cost. Notice how this duck hides the strain. Masking burnout. Duck wakes up tired, puts on normal duck face, gets ready for pond party, smooth feathers, practices quack. Duck arrives at party, nods in the right places, laughs at the right times, hides when the honks are too loud, but only in the mind. Duck pretends not to like pea snack, pretends they like Goose's jokes, pretends music isn't too loud. Every day, the act gets heavier. Duck gets home, shuts nest door, flops down. No more pretending, just quiet. Next morning, duck tries to flap out of bed. Body says no. Brain says please. Nothing moves. Other ducks say, but you seemed fine yesterday. Duck smiles weakly, screams inside. Wise frog says, you can only fake flap so long before your wings give out. Drop the mask with safe ducks. Rest without guilt. Remember what real flapping feels like. Still resting, still unmasking, still a good duck. When feelings run hot too long, the body shuts down. Study the slow collapse. Emotional burnout. Duck not sad, not angry, not crying, just done. Duck used to care, used to try, used to flap extra hard. Now duck can't even lift one wing. Pond feels far, everything feels loud, even small things feel big. Replying to messages hard. Making breakfast is hard. Being duck is hard. Duck scrolls but doesn't read. Duck eats but doesn't taste. Duck sleeps but still tired. Duck say, I'm fine. Duck is not fine. Duck is empty. Other birds say, take a break. Ducks say, this is the break, and it still doesn't help. Burnout is not laziness, not weakness. It's too much, for too long, with not enough rest and way too much pressure. Duck doesn't need to be fixed. Duck needs to stop surviving and start feeling safe again. Duck needs time and softness and less noise, and no one saying, but you used to do so much. Duck is still duck, just a very tired one. Not tired, drained. There's a difference. Watch how this duck moves when the tank is empty. Chronic fatigue. Duck wakes up, still tired, eyes open, but wings heavy. Duck say, maybe I just need more sleep. Sleeps more, still tired. Other ducks say, go for a swim, try yoga. Duck tries everything, still exhausted, but this isn't sleepy. Tired in the bones, tired in the soul. Ducks say, maybe I'm lazy, maybe I'm broken, but no, this is chronic fatigue. A body that burns fuel, but never refills. A mind that wants to flap, but can't lift off. Wise frog says, you're not lazy, you're running on empty with no refill station. Duck slows down, paces flaps, takes rest seriously. Still tired, still showing up, still a good duck. Even joy can scorch. See how excitement turns to ash. Passion burnout. Duck finds hobby. Duck obsessed. Flaps all night. Builds nest maps. Organizes twigs by color and year. Duck says, this is my purpose. This is my joy. Then one day, duck sit down. Brain say no. No flap, no spark, no joy. Duck panic. How can I be tired of what I love? Am I broken? Duck push harder. Flap until feathers fall out. Still empty. That's passion burnout. When joy turns into job and spark turns into ash. Wise frog says, passion needs balance. Pea snacks, naps, swims with friends. Duck isn't broken. Duck just needs rest. Duck nods, steps back, takes break, Tiny spark returns. Still creative. Still resting. Still a good duck. Some ducks drift rather than dash. Same current, different pattern. ADD. Duck sit down to do task. Duck say, easy task. Duck open laptop. Duck stare at screen. Duck forget what task was. Duck scrolls. Brain spins. Duck remembers worm bill. Goes to pay it. Duck go to kitchen. Forget why. Stand still. Brain loading. Duck open fridge. Closes fridge. Opens fridge again. Still nothing inside. Still nothing in brain. Duck come back. Open email. Now it's dark out. Nothing done. Other ducks say, you're so chill. You don't seem like you have ADHD. Duck smile. Duck scream inside. Duck isn't bouncing. Duck isn't loud. Duck is just tired from thinking in 12 tabs at once. Wise frog says, some ADHD ducks bounce. Others float quietly. Both are flapping hard. Duck sighs. Moves one feather. Tries again. Still trying. Still distracted. Still a good duck. When two systems overlap, the rules shift again. Observe the hybrid. ADHD. Duck sees worm. Duck wants worm. Duck sprints toward worm. Halfway there, oh look, leaf. Wait, what was I doing? Brain spins, focus gone, energy everywhere and nowhere. Duck loves routine. Same rock, same log, same snack. But also, duck gets bored, wants new nest, new hat, new everything. Duck hears loud honk, brain shatters. Mud on flippers? Panic. Duck masks, nods when confused, rehearses how to say quack. Exhausted after one conversation. Duck wants to be social, but also hide and reads. Wants to speak up, wants connection, but fears the cost. Ducks say, why am I like this? Wise frogs say, you are two ducks in one brain. One needs structure, the other needs chaos. They argue a lot. ADHD is not a flaw. It's fire and fog, speed and softness, exhausting and electric. Duck is learning, waddling forward, still a good duck, always a good duck. Nothing here is weakness, just wiring. Learn the pattern, use the pattern. And remember, duck is still a good duck.